Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War live stream. So today, of course, is the 9-year anniversary, of course, of the channel. Been mentioning a couple times this week. It's been the 9 years of us doing the weekly videos every single week for Gems of War. It started on April 23rd, back in 2016. So yeah, finally a 9-year mark. Obviously the 9-year week, which we kind of celebrated somewhat on Monday. But I figured today we hand out 9 redeem codes and try spending a bunch of resources that we had in the past. One of the biggest ones probably being a lot of our deeds. We have a ton of these. We have 5 kingdom upgrades ready to go. I think we might even be able to throw in a few others beyond that. And, you know, just standard daily stuff and a few other things like that. But, yeah, deeds could be probably the biggest one. I think orbing every single mythic and maybe start getting into legends and seeing how far we can go with our current orbs, so we know for the future if we start doing more campaign or whatever it's called, underworld, or underspire, I mean. Because right now, I think we have enough to do every mythic and probably enough to almost do every legend. We're getting pretty close. So we're going to be submitting a lot of those resources that we've been accumulating for pretty much years now. And, yeah, go from there. But anyways, we're going to be handing out 9 redeem codes, so let's start handing them out. Because the stream's probably not going to be too much longer than a normal one. Probably about an hour and a half or so. So we got to start handing one out like every 10 minutes. But anyways, hope you guys been having a wonderful, wonderful week. Hello, Lasani. Hello, Nightmare. Hello, MG Jets. Hello, Bill. Hello, Imperial. Hello, Ron. Hello, Betty. Welcome, 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 everyone. Hope everyone's been doing well. That's pretty much the game plan for today. As far as actual gameplay, or, you know, beyond just spending all of our resources, I'm not sure if I go for anything specific today, other than just standard grinds that we need. The biggest one is probably need to go do a bunch of Explore 12. We might actually get bottlenecked out of not having enough tokens. But hello, Betty. Hello, YouTube Flames. Hello, Chad. Hello, Deanna. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all of you guys been well. Yeah, I still need to figure out where, what kingdoms I even want to go upgrade. I might honestly just do it based on kingdom bonus. Like the team bonus, rather than even the stat. Because honestly, team bonuses are starting to matter quite a bit more. Also, thank you so much, Ron, for the $2 tip. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Helps out a ton. Campaign. Oh yeah, campaign's been auto-done like every Monday. Pet, we're not going to get a single one because it's Wednesday. I should probably help out the guild with ward events. So let me go do that real quick. We have a pretty easy cards to our quick kill team. And the metal's already set up and good to go, so we don't even need to mess with anything like that. Everything's been going pretty well. Been a pretty decent year overall. At least nothing bad has happened this year so far. I feel like every single year it's always something. I guess this year was somewhat with the floor, but it was only like a few day delay. It wasn't really that big a deal. Because originally it was supposed to take them only like 2-3 days tops. And ended up taking like almost 5 days. Like 4 days in a part. Mostly because some of them ended up getting COVID. So they had to stop midway, get a different crew. They had to replace like half the crew they had. Which is the main thing that made them take longer. Gosh, I almost never want to move after moving out all that stuff, by the way. I still haven't moved everything back. If you're wondering why we weren't wearing like bunny ears the other week, when it was Easter, even though we normally do, I have no clue where they are. They're one of the several things that have got completely like misplaced in all of the moving. I know for sure they're still here. I just have not the slightest clue where here they are. After basically moving everything out and moving everything back in the other month. It's in there somewhere, it's buried. I just don't want to go through it right now. It's buried somewhere where we'll find it like 2 years from now. Hey, Valhawk. Nice, nice. Hey, that reminds me, if anyone's still interested in joining the guild, I believe we do still have 2 spots left. If you could do 1 million plus gold per week and just partake in all guild-related events. I believe we do have 2 spots left, or 1, I don't remember. I know it's more than 0. And we got Guild War around the corner, too. Actually, we haven't gotten the calendar yet for it, but we should be by next week's Monday. So next week's Monday video, we should be able to go over the entire event calendar for May. At which point we should know all the details as far as that. Actually, I haven't posted it yet, right? I haven't actually checked today. I just assumed they wouldn't have posted it yet. That was April's calendar. Yeah, they haven't yet. Okay, that's what I thought. Sometimes they post it early, though. You can be ambitious. But no, they're not going to post it until, like, the last final day. It'll be, like, May 2nd, and they'll post the Monday calendar. It'll already be dipping into May, and it's like, oh, yeah, we should probably go post that already. Oh, Submerge is still really annoying. One nice way around it is extra turning. If you run any extra turn hero class that has Dispel on extra turn off its second to last trait, you just get rid of all Submerge and then just hit them down. Personally using Mechanist here, though there are several others they can use. Main reason for Mechanist is as 50% mana start while having Dispel. There's actually a lot of times where it's pretty viable, due to it being the quickest mana starting troop that has Dispel per extra turn. Situational, but this is definitely a season you'd be using a lot more than normal, due to the season having Submerge gems. And of course this event having like a billion Submerge on the opposing team as well. But overall, honestly, I don't really mind the Submerge gems. I've seen some people mention on the forum that probably like one of the more annoying months, but I've honestly barely been noticing them. I feel like they're a nice in-between balance, but they still have an impact, but they're not like broken. It's really good against a lot of the meta teams right now, but there are counterplay to it. If we could ever get an extra turn, that is. It's in there somewhere. Do I have a convert on this? I keep forgetting it's convert. Purple to yellow and green to skull. Yeah, we do have it. So we can just extra turn it and then boom, he's out of there. Plus the skull takes him out anyways. Oh, another Valhawk. Nice, nice. Oh, so we're luckily at the damage range right now. We could just double tap kill whatever's left. We don't even need to worry about if a skull lands or not. And then we're going to another code. I need to keep remembering to do it since we're handing out 9 this stream. Regardless of what happens, we're handing out exactly 9 redeem codes for the 9-year anniversary. We'll do 10 next year. It'll keep going up by 1. Until it's a number so high that they won't let me hand out that many codes. But yeah, we've been playing the game for 10.5 years, but of course it's only been 9 years that we've been covering it on a weekly basis. But we have been playing it since week 1. Not day 1 though, I did come in a few days late. Well, it's because pretty much no one knew about the game when it launched. I think a peak launch was like under 1,000 players. Which is pretty low for a launch game. Its lowest point, oddly enough, was like several months after it originally launched. Because there's a weird in-between where it wasn't getting that much content. It was still getting the core mechanics of the game. Like at that point, traits didn't even exist in the game. It was like that early in development at the time. Like most stats were single digit, starting to move slowly towards double digit. Traits weren't even in the game yet. I don't even think Arena or Treasure Hunt was in the game yet. One or the other was. One of them wasn't though at the time. That's all the battles. Where are we in the guild? What's the guild doing overall? Oh yeah, we're pretty much done with the event already. Nice. Good job, guild. Did someone power farm it or something? Nope, just a lot of people doing a lot of contribution. Nice, nice. Here we are in like the middle, lower middle. It's like, oh yeah, we helped. Not as much. Tyrion, you haven't done your battles yet. That's fine. Oh no, we actually have a 3rd spot open? Oh no. Why are we bleeding players? Come back. Oh no. Oh yeah, don't forget the free reward tomorrow, by the way, for the Easter reward. Why on earth is it on Thursday, like 4 days after Easter? I have no clue. But don't forget that all day tomorrow you can get the free reward thing. I think it's only like 25 gems and a few other things, but you know, if you're going to be on anyways, might as well grab it. It's like a free tribute. Let's see, we did that, we did that. Oh yeah, let's kind of have another code. Actually, did we just hand out one? Well, we still have to keep handing them out. Got to keep the pace up so we don't forget. There you guys go, because I know we're going to go like 20-30 minutes without handing one out at some point. All right, Under Spiral, I'll mess with you in a little bit. Let me go clear out dungeon, and then we'll start getting into the kingdom upgrade some. Oh, perfect dungeon! I pretend that code was handed out for Perfect Dungeon. We got it. Oh yeah, remember last week when I said we're going to go on like a streak and just get a ton of them? I got 3 in a row last weekend. What stream was I doing it on? Friday. I believe last Friday stream we got a perfect for dungeon. And every day that weekend I got a perfect. Which is our tied high streak, which is 3 in a row. Yeah, we got a perfect today as well. That means we got 4 perfects in 1 week. I think that's the most I've ever gotten in 1 week. As Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today we got a perfect perfect dungeon. Which is way above drop rate. Within that time you could be expected to see roughly 1. We've seen 4. And who knows, we can still get one tomorrow. I'm not sure why our luck has been so lucky. Every single time I either take top 3 or top 3 and then the 4th one. Alright, don't misclick, don't misclick. There we go. Give us that 120 Dragonite. No, 3 is still the most I've ever gotten in a row. Though it is 4 in a week. But 3 in a row is the highest we've ever gotten still. Yeah, it's really nice. Save it for when the next Dragonite gems come out. Especially if they're going to cost $650. And of course, they're basically worth 5 gems each. So whenever you get that, there's basically 600 gems worth of Dragonite. Assuming you're doing on max difficulty, like level 20. Alright, let's see. Can we get the perfect door? Should we play Guess the Door? You know what? Let's do Guess the Door. I know this is a really weird Guess the Door. But let's Guess the Door for the extra loot. Because why not? Might as well. We don't get to do Guess the Door too often these days. But yeah, Guess the Door for which door has the extra loot in it. Or the buff. Hopefully it's jewels. It doesn't matter at this point if we get it wrong. But hey, might as well. Since we got perfect on top row. Might as well. Like, I'll probably do a little bit of underspare. But before we do, let's go and try to figure out what kingdoms we want to go upgrade. So first things first. Have I not done Adana? Okay, no brainer. Yellow, I'm doing Adana. I don't care what the attack kingdom is. I want this tier 5 bonus right here. The kingdom team bonus for tier 5 being better. I want to go check a couple things right now. I want to see a Tesla team with 2 and a Tesla team with 4. I want to see what this bonus is before and after. Let me get rid of the ward event team because we're not going to need this. But let me go to Adana. I want to see 2 things real quick. What does a double Adana team look like and what does a quad Adana team look like? So we're going to go a quad. And we're going to go a double. And I want to see what this team bonus is. So currently we're getting 12, 18, 6. And then the other one is 12. Okay, I might need to screenshot this so I don't forget which one it is. Let me screenshot both so I can double check it, what the difference is. Because I want to see how much better this is. I do want to go attack kingdom on most of them. But this is definitely one of them that I'm going for specifically the kingdom bonus more so than the extra permanent stat. One extra armor is good though. As long as we're not doing an HP kingdom, I'm perfectly fine with it. But yeah, let's go upgrade our first kingdom. We're doing yellow. I don't even want to know what the other yellow options are. I just know I'm going for Adana. Doesn't matter what a single other one is. Mostly for that reward right there. The war tower right there. The tier 5 bonus. But of course we do get 1 permanent armor. But the main thing in question is... Oh, 29... Oh wait, we don't have 30 star? Oh yeah, because I need the gold elites. Okay, I need to go get 4 more gold elites. But before I do that, I want to go check what this bonus is now. Mullen or Truth, how much better is it? Is it any better? I think that one went up a little. I think the second one went up. I think it's the second bonus that went up slightly. Let me double check compared to the screenshot. But yeah, it looks like the second bonus went up. Which makes sense, because that's the one that's actually getting applied. Because it says team bonus 5. So let me see how much extra that is. We took the screenshot. It looks like about 8 extra armor for the other one. Let me see. View screenshot. View screenshot. Which one is which? Which one is which? Okay, so this is for the higher team. Let me see what the difference is. It was 12, 12, 36. So it's 6 extra armor when you do a team of 4. But the crazier thing is I think it's 6 extra armor when you do a team of 2. Wait, is that really the case? That is so good. So whenever you run Tesla plus Mech Hero Class, or Bork, Tesla, and everything else, it looks like it's just a solid 6 higher armor. Let me double check. Where did the screenshot go? I X'd out of it. Fail. 1 second. I'm sure there's an easy way of viewing this. Yeah, it was 618 earlier. And what is it now? Yeah. It looks like it's just a flat 6 extra armor across the line. Which is really beneficial because there's a lot of teams that run 2. For example, if we go to... what team did I show this week that used 2? I feel like there was at least one. Did I not show a Tesla team this week? I could have sworn I showed at least one Tesla team. Yeah, right here. So in this kind of situation when you're running Wanda Stars as Mech, double Tesla Leprechaun, you're getting 6 extra armor now, on top of the 1 permanent armor you got from the Kingdom. Technically 2 permanent armor that you got from the Kingdom. That's not bad. So on top of every single team ever having 2 extra armor now, they also, whenever we run like any Tesla team, or any Adana team that has even 2 troops or more, so basically Mech plus Tesla, Bork plus Wanda Stars as Mech, anything like that, now has a 6 higher armor value, which of course is most notable for Tesla, obviously. But yeah, that's not bad. And that's every troop on your team too, getting that armor, not just one of them. That's not bad. Like, I'm happy with that decision. Alright, we need to go gold elite level 4 more things in this kingdom. This is the one that's going to be scary, and we might have to do a bunch of Explore 12 grind for tonight. Because I'm not sure how we're going to go about this. Alright, what do we gold elite here? Wait, I don't have Tesla gold deleted? Oh, we got to do it for the meme. So, Tesla is actually the only troop in the entire game that gains actually literally 0 benefit from being gold deleted. You literally only do it just to give it a gold border. So you know we got to do it. It's the only troop in the game to gain 0 benefit whatsoever from being gold elite leveled. So obviously we got to go and gold elite level it. Logically. Alright, now we need to go scrap together 3 more with like no material left. This is going to be kind of hard to do. Not sure how we're going to go about this. We need to start throwing like that bronze medal on the legendaries for the first one. Because we definitely have enough to go to every mythic. Give me some low rarity stuff. Show me something in the low rarity range. What have we not done at like the super, super low range? Give me like these 2. These are just... Oh no, these are ultra rare still. Yeah, ultra rare seems to be the lowest we can go. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we can't go lower than ultra rare. And we got to scrap together 3 more. At this point, just going to be 3 random ultra rares then. Because the 4 we have to choose from are all pretty abysmal. And the way that we would do this is with, yeah, we'll do triple double and then the other thing. You know what? Let's go gamble some of them. I haven't tried doing this ever. Let's see if we can gamble. Let's see how many times it takes to get a 33% chance. We waste 10,000 souls every time. I've never done this before. Did we get it? No, it failed. No! I've never seen that animation before. That's kind of cool. Come on. Boo! Scam. Alright, let's see if we get it on drop rate. This is why I've never done this, by the way. We're getting scammed. We're over drop rate already. Oh, we're getting so scared. This is why I've never gone for anything but 100%. We are 6 in and still haven't gotten it. We were getting absolutely scammed. We're like 7 or 8 in. There we go, finally. Wow, we are never doing that again. Okay, I see why I never did that before. It took us like 7 or 8 33% chances before we got it. That is brutal. And you waste a soul amount every time. So it took us like 80,000 souls to get its first level. Yeah, we're never doing that again. I see why I've never done it before. But just to reconfirm why you never do that. There you go. Because that is very increasingly possible. Like, that's more likely than you think. What's the glory orb count? We have 222, I believe, of this smaller glory. I will be spending all of them this stream. But not all of them, but most of them. Not like all of them, but a good majority of them. We're definitely doing it on every mythic in the game, and probably doing it on a good number of legends. Which I should probably be doing that when we're doing the Gold Elite, like when we're doing Tesla. I didn't at the time, but I probably should be for them. Okay, I believe I only need one more, and that should be 1 extra permanent armor. For 2 extra permanent armor, plus the +6 armor whenever we do anything Adana related. Which is mostly for Tesla, obviously. And we'll upgrade this guy just because he's cheap. If I can figure out where his menu is. Hey, should we gamble it one more time? We're going to try it one more time. We can't possibly get that unlucky twice in a row, right? It took us 8 tries last time. We're going to get a first try this time, right? Boo. Come on, at least get it within 3. Boo. This is why I never do this, by the way. Boo. I'm over drop rate both times. It took us 8 last time, and it took us 4 that time. For a 1 in 3 chance. Unfortunate. Alright, that should be all that we need then. And then we never need to upgrade anything into Donna ever again. Well, at least not with metals, unless they're like a good legend or mythic. Alright, there we go. There it is! Power level 30 Adana! Alright, let's go find our next target. Where's our next target? Ooh, Dragon's Claw would be a fun one. What is the bonus for Dragon's Claw? It's armor? I think I'm going for it. It's armor. I think we do it. Oh, wait, do I not have enough? Oh, no, wait. I might not have enough red deeds. Wait. Do I not have enough red? Because I can't do Ritz. Wait, I'm actually short. I might have to do a small amount of Ritz. Oh, that's funny. I don't think I have enough for a red kingdom. I might have to waste some of my Ritz. Wait, how much short are we? I think we're like 1 short. I'm 17 red deeds short, but it's better to convert them into purple deeds. Oh, wait. There's one saving grace. Wait. Hold. I can't believe I'm hoping for a red instead of a purple. But come on, red deed book. Wait, that's not it. Come on, red deed book. We get 2 tries. Let's see if we get it. Purple or red? Oh, no, come on. Purple or red? No! Boo. Oh, that's sad. I don't know. Am I going to waste a Ritz for it? We could. We'll see. We're not going to do that yet. Yeah, I don't have enough to do a red kingdom. That's sad. Alright, blue kingdom. What would we do for our blue kingdom? I already did Sword's Edge at one point. Blue. I don't feel like it's worth doing Merlantis or Blackhawk, probably. Out of curiosity, which one of these is the attack kingdom? Or are they both attack? So Blackhawk is attack. The other one's HP, so I definitely don't want to do that. I'm trying to think of every blue kingdom in the game that can currently be max. Because I'm trying to think of the kingdom bonus as well. But yeah, it looks like Blackhawk is probably the way to go. Stormheim and Glacial Peaks is interesting. Let me double check the stats on them. Glacial Peaks is armor if we want to go down that route. There are some rare circumstances where we're running like double, triple Glacial Peak. And there are some times you run 4 times Giant for Stormheim. Oh, Stormheim's HP though, so definitely not. So yeah, it's a toss-up between Glacial Peak and Blackhawk then. Glacial Peak has better team bonus, but it's the difference between Blackhawk having attack and Glacial Peak having armor. And generally, attack is a bit better. Yeah, you're running out of Imperial Deeds. Yeah, it is something that's starting to happen now that they've increased the number of deed books in the game. It's actually getting increasingly harder to keep up with Imperial Deeds. As they're starting to become more the bottleneck than the other thing. Worst comes to worst, you can convert all your writs into Imperial Deeds. Though you do need 1,000 per each. But at this point, it's pretty much better than doing it into deed books. I'm really considering the Blackhawk play. Does anyone know, can Blackhawk currently be 30 starred? Because normally I would check through Terran's World. I'm not sure if that other website has it on it. Does this website have all the star levels for everything? Changelog, weapon, troop spoilers, pets, weapons. I don't think it does. I know Terran's World used to. But I don't believe this has it. It has like spoiler stuff. But it doesn't have all the info for the kingdoms, unfortunately. Because I can't remember if Blackhawk is currently 30 starable or not. I think we do go for it though. If worst comes to worst, it will be somewhat soon. Occasional Peaks team bonus is just slightly better. Alright, Black Hawk can be 30'd? Okay, I'm going for it then. Let's go get our double attack value. In case attack makes a comeback at some point. Oh yeah, let me go convert all my deeds. Actually, I should go do this to all of them just so we don't have to keep going back every single time. But let me convert all these to the maximum number of deeds because we're going to have to do it at some point anyway, so might as well just convert them all. These the writs I don't want to convert into, but these you would always just convert into. These are going to need to at some point anyways. It's only the writs I don't want to spend quite yet. But those are fine to do immediately. Alright, now we have our total amount of deed books then. So we know exactly where we're standing for everything. Alright, let's go do Black Hawk. Oh wait, this one's brown, not blue. Ooh, wait, that kind of changes things slightly. Oh wait, doesn't that mean I go for both then? Because what's competing with brown and what's competing with blue? Nexus can't go high enough, or Volpacia, so we don't need to worry about that. As far as competition. Even though they have Stellarix and Flower Dragon respectively. I would sooner do Dragon's Claw, which is red, but I need the deed book for that. Honestly, I might just convert my writs into it. It's a special day. We might as well go waste some resources to go do it. But I think today's the day we finally get Dragon's Claw. Yeah, I'm doing it. We're about to go waste 1,700 writs. I'm doing it. This could have been purple deeds. I'm doing it. I am doing it. That's definitely going to be our red kingdom. I don't even care what it's up against. Burn the writs. Alright, where's my one red deed book? Kazdale and Broken Spire are brown. Kazdale's kind of interesting. I don't think I really need it for Broken Spire, though. Alright, we're doing it. Dragon's Claw. And then we'll figure out how we do the other one. Let's go get our Dragon's Claw upgraded. There's also an Armor Kingdom, oddly enough. Another one for the armor stack. Oh yeah, Gestador is still going. Apparently it's on 5. Let me go claim the Gestador as well. There we go, 29 star. Let's go get the 30th star. Gestador is currently on 5. Let's see, do you guys get it? Dungeon? Nah. Oh, it was! Yeah, that's the good one. Wow. Alright, maybe we'll be handing out 10 codes as an extra code. But yeah, Gestador was actually correct. Not like it matters because we already got perfect. But, yeah, we got a T-shape. Yeah, here you guys go. Yeah, maybe we'll hand out 10 codes tonight, then. 9 for the anniversary and 1 perfect dungeon. Truly perfect. But yeah, the Gestador was actually correct. Very nice. Alright, what we're doing? Oh yeah, upgrading kingdom. Let me go do Dragon's Claw. Ooh, I gotta go upgrade 5 here. Ooh, that's a high amount. Alright, where are the Mythics at? Time to go upgrade a Mythic. Time to upgrade Horde Mimic. It's time. Time to max out Horde Mimic. I'm slightly joking. I'm almost serious, though. Alright, let me start getting some of the elite levels on some of these. Obviously, we want to do Essentia, probably Divinia. What else is, like, not useless here in this current state of game? That you would actually, like, realistically at some point use on a team. Oh, I was going to say Lava Dragon. I forgot. Lava Dragon's not here. All the Empower troops. Wait, I haven't upgraded the Empower troops? That's actually kind of surprising. Because those are pretty good to go for. And obviously all the low rarity stuff has been done. Ultra rare is the lowest we can go. Which is why I'm mostly focusing on the higher rarity stuff here. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm going to max out the Horde Mimic. I'm doing it. It has been done. The Golden Horde Mimic. It is such a useless troop. Now with slightly more stats. And because I need the upgrades. Honestly, I might as well do it on him too. He's a pretty off-meta option that is almost basically never used compared to all the other better things in this kingdom. Even Diamatina's better. Honestly, even Horde Mimic's almost better. But I'm still going to upgrade it. Even his upgrades. We're going to need to do it eventually for all Mythics anyways. Might as well do it for a kingdom upgrade. Alright, now we still got to upgrade 3 more. So Divinia, Essentia, and then one other. But that one other being, I have no clue what. Maybe this one just because it has a unique storm. So there might be some kind of weird meta way, way, way down the line in like 5 years from now where this thing will get used. I believe it's red-green storm. which there might be some really weird team that has red and green boost ratio, or like a 1-to-1 that's like really good or something in the future. But I can't really think of anything at the moment that's like super over the top with it. But yeah, I guess we'll go for that. We'll bronze level each one of these and then go for the rest. So we'll use the bronze on each one of these 3. As I do want to use up pretty much every bronze we have here. Go down to like 10, 20 of them over the course of the stream. And then do you. And for the middle level, we are unfortunately going to have to use double Anu. There is no way around that. I just realized I don't have enough to do double Anu, do I? Well, time to start the gambling. Oh no. Also, thank you for the $2 tip, Tyrion. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Alright, how do we go about this? I can only do this once. Oh no. Yeah, we've already reached a problem. And that we have to gamble if we want to go get the other ones up. Do we want to go burn through every last soul we have tonight? Probably shouldn't. I could waste Initial on it. That seems like a really bad idea. Could also waste a silver medal, but also seems like a really bad idea. Because we definitely don't have enough silvers to go max out every mythic. Oh no, it's for a permanent armor though. We really need to go do more Explore 12. It's the main thing that's evident here. Alright, let's see. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? The problem is gambling the lower ones is such a low chance. Like a 1.85 is so unlikely to happen. The problem is I would have to waste Anisha if I want to do this. I'm doing it. We're going to waste 2 Anus tonight doing that. Is that worth it? No. Still doing it though. We're doing it. But yeah, we waste 1 Anu of value doing that. The second Anu, or the second Nisha does not get wasted at all. But the first Nisha that we use wastes 1 Anu of value. We're not wasting too much. That's still a lot though. Like when we do this, we're wasting 1 Anu of value. As if we're just like burning 1 metal of Anu for nothing. But when we do the second one, it's full value. So we're not actually wasting anything on that second one. Technically the third one, but you know what I mean. The second one that we're using, the third one of the upgrade. Alright, that should be star level. There we go. 30 star. Dragon's Claw. 3 to go with like no resources left. Honestly, I might just do it based on how many things we have upgraded in the kingdom at this point. No. So what color was this? What color was Dragon's Claw? I think that was brown. What colors do I have left? Is the main question. Color. Where's my deeds at? Deeds. Colors that have not been used. Blue, brown, and green. So we can upgrade 1 blue, 1 brown, and 1 green kingdom. Brown. I'm leaning towards Blackhawk. Wasn't it brown? Yeah, I'm leaning towards Blackhawk. I'm trying to think of every other brown kingdom currently in the game. On if they would be viable or not. And I'm still thinking Blackhawk is the way to go. Let me double check. Do you ever use like Blackhawk teams at all? Like what is Blackhawk's current synergy? Or a complete lack thereof? Megavore, Sacarax. A couple gimmicks with a few troops that are like half average. Doesn't have a lot going for it. Yeah, Kaysdale for all dwarf is pretty nice. Oh yeah, it's also the gold tribute place. Yeah, isn't this place pure gold tribute? I wasn't really doing it based on tribute. But yeah, this place is pure gold. It is the most amount of gold of any tribute in the game. And while I'm basing it more so on kingdom bonus and defense, or you know what stat you're getting, there is another factor that you do get. You do get more of whatever their tribute is. I just feel like outside of a KZL event week, when are you ever building a KZL team? Useless in the Mythic category. Gorgotha's average. Empress is decent, but you're not really building a team around it normally. Like, you're building a team around her, but you're not building a team around Kazeel. Like, if you're using this, you're using it because of Empress. You're not using it because you're building a Kazeel team. So you won't really be getting the Kazeel bonus out of her. Broken Spire? Broken Spire has a few good options. Is this defense or HP? Because I 100% don't want to do any that are HP bonus. I unfortunately can't do Nexus. The ones that are completely off the table is Zoom, Volpacia, Nexus, wherever that nightmare place is called. Yeah, Midnight, and Cinemirage. The main reason is I believe these are the only ones that are nowhere near being close to being max. Because these were all the kingdoms that came either like right at the end of them adding kingdoms, aka Zoom and Cinemirage, or right at the beginning of when they started adding kingdoms again, aka Midnight, Nexus, Volpacia, stuff like that. Like those 5, oh, and Hellcrag. Like those 6 kingdoms are, I believe, the only 6 that are nowhere near being 30 starred. Obviously, they will be at some point in the future, but they currently cannot be 30 starred. I don't believe any of those 6. Zoom, Volpacia, Hellcrag, Midnight, Cinemirage, and Nexus, if I somehow missed Nexus. But yeah, those 6. So those are the ones that we can't do. What color is Drifting Sands? I assume brown, but it might be yellow. What's the bonus for this place? Oh, I already have it maxed. Yeah, I already did Drifting Sands. Yeah, we're already one step ahead. I don't remember what color it is, but whatever it is, we already did it. So it was good enough that I already went for it. I forget what the bonus was, but whatever it was, we already did it like probably a year or 2 ago. So it was good enough that we already did it. Yeah, I think I'm going for it. I think I'm going for Blackhawk. For brown. Oh, wait. What about Zhejian? Oh, Zhejian is brown, isn't it? Oh, it's green. I think we have to do it. Even though it's HP value. Getting Zhejian bonus for Goblin just seems so good. Alright, brown I think is going to be Blackhawk then. Just trying to think of any other option that might be worth it. But yeah, I got to do that for Goblin team. I can't not do that. Goblin team is just so strong. It doesn't even matter what stat they get. It could just be pure armor and still be worth it. Just so that they could survive long enough to get infinite loop and everything. But yeah, it'd be the one time where taking HP might actually be worth it just for how good the alternative is. And then what color would that leave then? Because that'd be our green upgrade. This would be our brown upgrade. So the only thing we haven't determined is blue upgrade. Which I believe is a toss-up between Kedar and Glacial Peak. What is Kedar's bonus? Let me double check. Is Kedar even blue? Oh, it's purple. Never mind. What is Glacial Peak currently up against then? For blue kingdoms. Because I'm not going to do Merlantis. And then what does that leave? Because I already did Sword's Edge. Oh, Tribute's ready. Trying to think of what else we have in the blue category. Yeah, I think that's it. Urskea is brown, is it? Is Urskea attack bonus? Ah, it's HP. I generally don't want to try to take HP. Zhejian is probably the only exception just because goblins are so broken beyond belief. But aside from Zhejian, I think it's the only exception where I would take something that is HP. Because I want to try to avoid it. Normally, the best stat to go for is obviously Magic, but we already did all Magic Kingdoms. Well, soon to be, once Blade of Lands gets there. But Magic is highest priority. Attack is second highest. Armor is third highest. And HP is pretty much the one you want to avoid. But the team bonus for Goblin is just so strong that I kind of have to go for it. But yeah, I think that's it then. Let me just double check the colors. But yeah, Zhejian would be green. Glacial Peak will be our blue, which should be for armor. And then Blackhawk for brown should be attack. And I guess a nice wide spread of pretty much every stat as well. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. Alright, let's go do them. Let's hope we have enough to go upgrade them all. We might not, but we could always do some Explore 12 grinding over the next upcoming weeks or so. To go finish them out. But we're going to finally go do it. Let's see. How high does this bring the kingdom level? Level 27. Oh gosh, I'm missing a lot of things then. Oh no. I got to go do 18 of them. Whoop. We might have made a grave mistake. Oh, that one might not be coming for a while. Alright, let me go to Zhejian. This one should be pretty far in the upgrade category. But yeah, this is unfortunately HP. But Goblin bonus is just so good. All right, there we go. See how many stats do we get here? 29. How many are we missing? 5. Oh, we're missing 8, 5, and how are we missing for Glacial Peaks? Let's go check the power level once we get there. And then we'll dump all the blues in here. And 27. Oh, that means we're missing more than like 7. Oh, exactly 7. All right, let's do the easiest one first. I only have to do 5 Zhejians. So let's see what we have to go upgrade. Is there any mythic we haven't upgraded? No. Okay, what's the lowest rarity stuff we haven't upgraded? Okay, saved. We got some rares. Oh, we got mega saved. Oh, we got mega saved. I only have to do 3, right? Oh, no, I have to do 5. But guess what? There is exactly 5 rares we haven't upgraded. Oh, we got saved so hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rares that should all be free to upgrade pretty much. Huge. Okay, very nice. He's every single one of these. We just use 3 guard, 2 Yasmin, and then 1 Orpheus, which we definitely have at the moment. The other 2 kingdoms, I'm not sure we're going to be able to do though. May have a delayed extra stat going on there, because I do not believe we can get them done today. Well, at some point, obviously, because we need those extra stats, but they probably can't get done today, because I'm pretty sure we're going to run out. Just the sheer number that we have to do alone is already going to bring us to like negative number. So this is probably the last upgrade that we can get for 30 star. All right, 2 more here. Because one of them requires 7 and the other one requires 8 more. I don't even think I have that many tokens, let alone the correct tokens. But even just total tokens, I don't even think I have, even if I could use anything. But that'd be way too much of a waste using like Nishas or something for it. I don't even have guards to go gamble, since we were gambling them some on the other thing. Could even do that if we wanted to. I'm actually surprised how many guards we burnt through so far. I was not expecting that stack to ever, like, zero out. But it pretty much has. Oh, no. Alright, this should be the last one we need to upgrade. Oh, no, it's last 2. As well as the last 2 we'll ever be able to upgrade for now. Until we go do a bunch more Explore 12. Okay, I know our goal for like the next several streams. Explore 12, and Explore 12. The second we finish dailies, we were just farming Explore 12 the rest of the stream, like every single stream we do for the next foreseeable future. Because we've been putting off Explore 12 grind for so long. How does it feel doing 9 years of Gems of War? It honestly does not feel like 9 years. It has not felt like it's been that long. But here we are. But it's been over a decade I've been playing the game. 9 years of doing it, content every week for it. It does not feel like it's been that long, though. I kind of lost track of all sense of time after the pandemic. That killed any resemblance of time I still had left. Alright, there we go. The final 30-star kingdom of the stream. Because even though we did the power level for the other thing, or not power level, the kingdom level, I do not have the tokens to finish Glacial Peaks or Blackhawk. Even though we got them to level 20, we definitely cannot go and do 8 and 7 elite levels. We just do not have enough resources. Alright, next order of business. Well, for one, let's go hand out a code. And then after that, let's go bronze, elite, every mythic in the game. Every single one of them. Doesn't matter how useless it is. We're going to go and do it on every single one. Might even go and max a couple that seem okay, that we haven't bothered doing yet. We can go do 50 of them right now and still have some to spare. Amnesia, definitely not worth it. Agera, definitely not worth it. But if any of them are even like slightly worth it, I'm probably going to go for it. Because this will be a good check just to double check. Ares is definitely not worth it. Amarak. The only time you ever use Amarak is on a Broken Spire week if you want insta-kill. And that is the entirety of its usefulness. Unless you get it like really early and you want to use it as your devour option or something. This thing has an interesting HP boost ratio, but doesn't do enough to ever be used, like most HP boost ratios in the game. It's gonna be a little bit annoying though. Trying to see the difference between bronze and gold elite level. I kind of forgot about that. It's gonna be kind of hard to see now when we go upgrade them all later. Like, there is a difference between it, but they actually look a lot more similar now. Oh no. Almost forgot about that. Well, let's keep going. I think we'll be able to tell over time. It's like, hey, that one's not upgraded correctly. But yeah, that one's not worth it. That one's not worth it. So many bad mythics. Oh, we gotta upgrade this. How have I not already upgraded you? I need to do this to every flower dragon in the game. How have I not already done this to the blue one? But there we go. Even more damage. As if you didn't already have enough when you run a pure Zol carry team with him. But yeah, that guy's not worth it. This guy's definitely not worth it. Champion of Guard is super not worth it, even if it had permanent 20% extra stats like it has this week. Where are we up to now? Deo, definitely not worth it. Actually, Def would be an interesting one to put it on. Mostly because I believe he gains a little bit of durability, and he does have HP boost ratio. But he has it mostly for the Def Mark mechanic. So him being able to stay alive a little bit longer is actually not abysmal. The only reason I don't want to do it is he's not associated to any kingdom. So having him fully upgraded does not get you any closer to upgrading any kingdom. And for that reason, I will not max him. Even though maxing him is actually not awful. Speaking of things that are probably not awful to upgrade, and honestly I'm probably going to go for it. Dragon Lord Luther. This would have been great for the Broken Spire event as well the other week. Or the other month. But yeah, he's not bad. He gains a little bit extra stats. It's not awful. And if you're missing some of the core things in that kingdom, it's definitely usable. The main thing that's really useful about him is he covers a lot of color that the kingdom tends to not cover naturally. Which is probably his biggest upside. Definitely not the first thing you'd prioritize for upgrades, but he's not bad. But he's more so a filler troop. He's not really something you build around. Aw, famine. Do any of you guys, have any of you guys right now who's been here? Also, thank you, Crisp, so much for the $10 tip. Thank you so much. But yeah, have any of you guys still been playing back when famine was the meta? Do any of you guys remember back when famine had 4 times, or not 4 times, but when he used to have like 20 mana costs, he used to have the Jinx trait and used to be like doubled up on teams. Those were the times. Back when like mana drain immunity didn't exist in the game. There was a point when famine was the strongest troop in the whole game. It was actually buffed and then nerfed like 3 times. Because of just how strong he ended up becoming at one point. So hello, Lester. Welcome. I somewhat missed those days. Those were some funny times. Gargantor, among one of the worst mythics in the game. So you definitely don't want to upgrade that any further. Ghost King, what do you even do? Double true damage first to enemies, convert all yellow to Doom Skull to boost the effect. Honestly, I think I upgrade him. This guy is not bad. I wouldn't use the word good to describe him, but you would use him more than 0 times ever. And because of that, and we're getting desperate for upgrading stuff, we will upgrade him. Okay, every flower dragon should be auto-upgraded. Why I don't even have these upgraded yet, I do not know. But every flower dragon is immediately getting max, as they're really good for Underspire for every kingdom. This guy's not worth upgrading. Let's give him his bronze. Are we going to be streaming Oblivion? Some people are mentioning that in the other stream too. No, I don't plan on doing Oblivion. Though we will be finishing out that dragon game that we started today. But yeah, some people are asking about Oblivion on the other stream too. But no, we won't be playing it. Oh yeah, you can't meddle Immortals, can you? No, unfortunate. Alright, so that's a skip, that's a skip. Oh yeah, we finally max leveled Horde Mimic today. Oh yeah, all the Immortals are right next to each other because they all have Immortal in their name. And it's set up alphabetically, that's funny. Infernus, Ironhawk, Jotnar. Jotnar's pretty bad. His final trait of a single barrier is not awful, but his ability itself is normally not enough to even one-shot. Even when made in a team that tries to one-shot with it. He used to do a bit more back in the day, but as stats keep getting higher and higher, he keeps getting worse and worse because of how he scales. Or lack thereof. because he has a pretty static amount of damage that doesn't upscale. So over time he becomes increasingly weaker. And he was already pretty weak when he came out, and now he only gets weaker over time. What was the first mythic? War was the first mythic ever added to Gems of War, quite fittingly. It's one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. So they're not really worth upgrading since they're not associated to any kingdom. But yeah, War was the first mythic ever added to the game. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Famine the second one? Pretty sure Famine was second. And then Death was third and Plague was fourth. And I think Amnesia was the first one of the non-horsemen to be added. Which even at the time, she wasn't that great for mana accumulation. She was a little bit better within the meta at the time, but even back then, mana accumulation was good enough that she generally wasn't used that often. So hello, Logic Slayer! Welcome, welcome. Honestly, this one's not too bad to go upgrade. He has Striker, so he does get extra true damage, or, you know, extra damage for his ability. He deals a bunch of true damage to 3 random enemies and then drains a bunch of mana from them, and if they're poisoned, it deals double. This guy is actually worth upgrading. You're probably never using him outside of a Leonis Empire week, but if you can get a setup for him, he's actually not a bad amount of damage. And getting those elite levels is 4 more magic, which is 12 more true damage per cast. It's not awful. Better than nothing. It's very rare that you use him, probably just on a monster team or a Leonis Empire team, but it's more than 0. He will ever so occasionally find his way into a team. Honestly, we might start getting down to legends at this point. Oh, we got a Flower Dragon. I'm actually really surprised they didn't bother at launch upgrading all the Flower Dragons. I didn't realize I haven't upgraded them all this time. Let's go and add another redeem code as well. But yeah, thank you so much again, Crisp. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. So much. As well as everyone's generosity and continued support. Helps out a lot. But there you go, another redeem code. Alright, let's keep going. How many do we have? Another Flower Dragon? Oh gosh, we got like a triple back-to-back Flower Dragon here. Let's keep upgrading these. These are obviously really good to do. They have absurdly good magic boost ratio. And honestly, anything that ever gets mage is almost always worth upgrading. Other than Tesla, who gains 0 benefit from it. But most mages gain a huge benefit from being upgraded as they get 6 magic. And most of them have an ability that scales really well off that 6 magic. Oh, that's an interesting one. How on earth do I not have gold medaled Catfru? Wait, what? I know he doesn't gain any offensive benefit from it. But how have I not done this for durability yet? How have I not upgraded him? Like, I know it's not a lot, but he gains 10 durability from being medaled. And I haven't bothered upgrading him this entire time. I did not realize that. That's funny. But yeah, this whole time I haven't had Catfru upgraded. He is somewhat recent. I think he's only been like the last year or so. But still, we use him like every day. Definitely every week. Oh, we haven't done Sacred Treasure. Oh, that's funny. I would max it out if it was associated to a kingdom. Unfortunately, I don't believe it is. Yeah, it's from the vault, so it's not a kingdom. It would be funny to go max it out, though. But because it's not associated to a kingdom, I won't. Okay, Scorpio, not worth doing. Scorpius already is maxed. Not worth doing. We're almost running out. We have 43 upgrades left, but we're already up to S. We're running out of options. At least any mythic that ever comes out that's even like remotely solid in the future, I don't need to feel bad about immediately maxing them with orbs. Because at this point, we are going down to like the bottom of the barrel for mythics as far as what we're upgrading. If they're not upgraded by the end of this session, and whatever we have left is Spirit Orbs, if a new mythic is even like half decent, we should just immediately max it. Speaking of which, this is so bad because he has diminishing return, but I actually am going to upgrade Taurus for one reason and one reason only. During event weeks for him, he's the most viable thing in the kingdom that deals damage to all enemies. And while he does have a diminishing return on how much magic he does, this is still like a solid, like, what, 3 damage to all enemies? So it's still worth it. It's still like 12 to 16 extra damage. You almost never use him, but he's used like once a year. And that's enough justification to upgrade him, I guess. Because we are running out of value to go put these things on. If they even have like slight viability, they're being upgraded. Even if the use case comes out around once a year. Honestly, Onyx Giant I should probably go do too. The only problem is he gains magic. If this was like a durability and attack value, I would do it. Him gaining 6 magic does nothing. Like nothing. And for that reason, I won't upgrade him, even though he is used occasionally. What he gets from being fully maxed is like 5 extra damage. To a spell that does almost no damage to begin with. So unfortunately, I won't go max him. Even though we do ever so occasionally use him. What's the most mythic in the game? I don't know, there's a couple that are kind of in that category these days. I still feel like Gargantor is the notorious worst one. If he's actually definitively the worst these days, I'm not quite sure. Gargantor was the OG worst mythic in the game. So I always view him as the worst mythic. And just permanently having the title. You know what? I think I might upgrade Oler and Vernalis. They are very rarely ever used. But their final trait is actually not horrifically bad. They're actually both really good. One has Freeze Fairy Fire and the other one has Entangle Fairy Fire. The problem is their ability is really mediocre. But fully meddling them makes their ability slightly better, so... it's better than nothing. We're running out of things to upgrade. Plus one of these is for Glacial Peak anyway, so one less thing we gotta go upgrade for when we go do that later. So it's one I was gonna have to do regardless. So it kind of works out. Wait. Oh, give 4 life to all green allies. I thought that was like steal 4 life. It's like, wait, another trait like that? Oh, there's a couple in the game like that. Like, Iron Guy's the same trait as, like, Brown Flower Dragon. You just call it something different. Also, wow, we have this many bronze medals left? At this rate, I might be able to go do every legend in the game. We really have that many left? I did not realize. We have a lot more upgrades than I thought we did. Wow, by the end of every mythic, after upgrading every one that is even remotely usable ever, we still have 39 left. That's actually crazy how many we have left. I did not realize we had that many spares. But we've upgraded everything that has even like the slightest bit of viability at any point. And we still have 39 spare sets. Weird. It's really hard to tell the difference between bronze and gold elite level, I do have to say, though. It's going to drive me crazy when I need to upgrade them more later. Because the really slight subtle between bronze and gold is so hard to tell. I don't think you can sort by them either. Oh, so you know what? I'm going to upgrade Umanif. Even though the kingdom's already upgraded. It's basically a Zolgoth alternative, but there are some really rare circumstances in a Pride Lands event week where you would use it. As well as Rashka Restriction if you're not running a Ubistet team. I mean, Ubistet team. I might even max out Undyne too. It's just a really rare thing that you sometimes run in Merlantis. Oh, yeah, I believe that's all of them now. Alright, that's all of them. Oh, let's move down to Legends. We still got 148 orbs left to see how far we can go into Legend. You're to 7 with 5 silver medals in hand this week. Legendary, not silver yet? Nice. Yeah, we're getting to the point of bronzing them all. Does anyone know how many legends are currently in the game? Because I have forgotten that number for ages now. Well, whatever it is, we have 144 orbs left. See how far we can get. I'm not sure if this is enough to bronze every legend in the game. But we're sure gonna try. Honestly, I may even max out some legends that aren't awful. Probably shouldn't, though. You know who we should go do, though? Because I believe she's becoming shiny soon. I'm gonna do Artima. Now that we're kind of getting to that point. I'm gonna bronze, silver, and then Nisha and Artima. Because I believe she's the next one that's getting shiny in the next Guild War. So when we go have her shiny and everything, I'm gonna have her gold elite as well. There we go. Oh, Autumn Imp. Gosh, when Autumn Imp first came to the game, it was actually viable. 10 Destroy on him back in the day used to be one of the best mana accumulators in the game while having to split damage. That's how much power creep is at the game. This exact ability, exactly word to word, this ability, this trait, everything. Actually, this trait gave less magic at the time. But ignoring that trait, this exact ability with these same first two traits and this doing like 3 or 5 magic, whatever it was at the time, was the meta at one point in the game. Which is kind of sad. But back in like the first year and a half of the game or whenever it came out around that time, it was actually viable with exactly that. Yeah, Garashnak has notoriously some of the worst mythics in the whole game. As far as any kingdom. Will there be shiny mythics in the future? They said that they plan to do it eventually. However, so far we only have one shiny legend, so they probably got a ways to go before they do mythics. It'll also probably be on some kind of brand new mechanic or however they end up bringing it in. But yes, they did say they eventually want to do shiny legends and shiny mythics. And so far they do have a new mechanic for adding shiny legends, but no new mechanic yet for doing shiny mythics, but it is planned at some point. I highly doubt they'll ever put it on anything too over the top. They'll probably put it on pretty average mythics. Kind of like so far, they've only put on pretty average legends. Like Shegra, and I believe Artima is next. Like, Artima doesn't become, like, broken once it becomes shiny. I do believe it gets to hit the 3 weakest enemies instead of 2, so that's a pretty nice upgrade there. She also got upgraded with the Centaur rework when they ended up doing Divinian Fields, like, a couple months back or whenever that was. They shuffled around her traits a little bit, which made her slightly better. I believe they gave her Armored, which was pretty solid. I can't remember what was here before, but it was like Centaur Link or something. But they replaced that out for Armored, which makes her a lot more skull tanky. And when she becomes shiny, her ability gets quite a bit better. Probably hit the 3 weakest for only 13 mana. Which is not bad for how much mana accumulation she does. It's very rarely going to be used outside of a Divinian Field restriction. But it's not going to be awful. Like, she's going to go from being almost never used to, like, actually occasionally used. But likely not outside of any restriction where you're forced to basically use her. Because when you have the option of using anything, you're probably still never touching her. Also, so many upgrades. All the resources have been consumed. Oh, so you know what we gotta go for tonight as well? I gotta go open gem keys until we get a mythic. Just to see what mythic we'll end up getting. Oh yeah, you know what's something else that's pretty funny 9 years ago? I remember that video pretty vividly when we started doing the weekly videos. Because it was when they ended up nerfing Dust Devil. There's around a 5-year period that started exactly 9 years ago. That lasted until exactly 4 years ago. When Ironhawk added to the game. Where Dust Devil was not able to one-shot. He originally was able to back in the day when he first came out. Then he was nerfed for 5 years. Starting exactly 9 years ago. And then Ironhawk brought it back. Except now you need like 2 or 3 Ironhawks in the team. To make it work. Whereas before he used to scale based on magic. I also remember that week because we had to go and get 250 wins on Mechanist class. Because we needed to go get the Draconator weapon. Which is like that 250 win weapon for Mechanist. Which at the time honestly wasn't that bad. It was never like meta, but it was not horrible back then. How many Cedrics do I have? I don't even want to know. Or actually, we're about to hit him soon. Actually, no, we already passed him. We have... Why? Why is this the Volkey drop table? Okay, who has over 9,000 Cedrics? Tyrion, how many Cedrics do you have? Is it over 9,000? I have 1,566 Cedrics. That is crazy. Alright, who here has over 9,000 Cedrics? It has to be at least one person. Someone who's done like 1,000 Volkeys every weekend. Because I think I only went for like 200 or so last Vault weekend. I just realized something. I don't have Divine Ishbala gold medaled? Really? Hey, I gotta go for it. How do I not have her gold medaled? I know her benefit isn't that great. But I'm actually really, really surprised I haven't had her medaled already. Oh, I can't believe they nerfed this guy's trait. He used to do reflect like per extra turn or whatever it was. But apparently there was some kind of bug or something with it. And then they undid it, but then never undid it. But yeah, his trait got nerfed into the ground. He would have been the best reflector in the entire game. But instead is basically a completely irrelevant troop that's never going to get used instead. Oh, you know what else is actually pretty good to go upgrade? I'm actually probably going to go for here. I would not with the gold medal though. Do a Nisha. But, the bear. The bear has, a trait that's very similar to Takshaka. It's basically budget Takshaka. Explodes a row, deal a bunch of true damage to the first two enemies, boosted by elemental stars, and creates an elemental star every turn. It's effectively just budget Takshaka. It's only a legendary instead of a mythic. But pretty much any team that you would run with double Takshaka, you can run with double Ember Claw. It's not as good as double Takshaka, but it will get you by. And for how much easier it is accessibility-wise, it's definitely worth considering. If you need like an early, mid-game Takshaka alternative. Its ability is way worse, but its trait is pretty comparable to Takshaka. Just with a way worse ability. Only 3,870 Cedrics? Oh gosh. I'm surprised it's only double. I'm surprised the gap isn't a little bit longer there. Guess I haven't been slacking too many on Volkeys then. Because that means you basically open twice as many Volkeys as me. Over the course of the history of the game. Which is still a crazy high amount though. Because we've definitely opened tens of thousands. Which means you've opened tens of thousands more than me. Watching how you do things you did months ago is entertaining. Well, I've been hoarding a lot of these resources. We could have done this like months upon months ago. This is like 2 or 3 years of these things being hoarded without ever being spent. Oh yeah, I forgot. We upgraded this guy today. I was going to say, I could have sworn I didn't have this guy upgraded. Oh, speaking of things I should have go upgrade though. This guy is actually pretty good. I should go max him. Oh, no, don't use that orb. I still want to use Inisha here when possible. Save them for the mythics. Use the Inisha to get their final trade up. Also, that's it one I'm kind of surprised. I'm going to go do this one too. How have I not done, how have I not upgraded, what's his name? This guy's actually pretty good. Glaceon? He used to be way better before, they nerfed Doomstorm into the ground like 3 times over. But, he's a really good double converter. Really tanky. Has immune to freeze, has a freeze mechanic, has double convert into Doomskull. Pretty solid. A lot more situational these days, but Skull teams still use them. The few Skull teams that still exist in the game. But his really high skull reduction is the main reason he comes out. I believe he has the high skull reduction of anything with a double convert. And it's even a Doomskull double convert. The only exception being Hero. But generally you're running a different hero weapon than the double converty Doom Skull weapon. So having on a troop is generally better than having on a hero, at least in that situation. Yeah, we're only like halfway through the Legends. I don't think we're going to have enough orbs. I do believe we're going to run out. Because we're only down to R. And we're down more than half of our orbs. And we haven't even hit like S or T yet, the ones that have like so many. Because S, I believe, is the most common letter. And T gets all the thes. So it tends to get overpopulated with like a billion thes. Like arbitrarily so. Why all the orbs? This is like years worth of orbs. Just from getting them from Vault event weekends and Underspire every single week and stuff like that. But this is like 3 years worth of orbs pretty much. I believe they added these orbs back in 2021. And I don't think I've dumped these since like 2022. So at least 3 years worth of orbs. And by these orbs not coming in, I mean like the glory orbs and stuff. These other orbs have been in the game for a very long time. But the glory orbs, pet orbs, and the scroll orbs, those are a bit more recent. They only came in like 4-ish years ago, I believe. Or just a little while ago, but the other ones have been around for almost twice as long. Did you see the Wand of Stars type legendary troop for the holidays troop soon? I did not. Oh, that sounds really good. Is that for the spring event that's in like a couple weeks? Yeah, that's pretty huge if that's going to be the case. Because that can free up hero to do something else. The only problem is you won't be able to use it in as many situations because you know, it's going to be kingdom locked, it's going to be type locked, everything like that. So Wand of Stars will still be viable most of the time. Having an alternative to it would be nice so we can actually start running a real hero weapon again. And not be forced into Wand of Stars like every other battle. That's a little Ultra! Welcome, welcome. What do the Orbs of Glory do? They basically unlock the first ability on a maxed out troop. So basically, once you max out a troop, you fully get it ascended, you fully level it, you fully trade it. You get the ability to upgrade them 3 more times for a bunch of stats. What these stats are is depending on their typing. So this one's Assassin, so it ends up gaining all attack and magic. But based on their typing, they gain a bit of extra stats as you upgrade them. It's nothing huge. Like, you're almost never going to win a battle just because of these stats. But, you know, they're better than nothing. They also give a cool little border around it, where it's like a bronze border, a silver border, and then a gold border around the troop. Which makes the card look a little bit nicer as well. But beyond it being slightly cosmetic, it's just a few extra stats. It's mostly a cosmetic thing, though. But you do get a little bit of power out of it. Though it's very minuscule with how high stats are these days. Like, a lot of cases, there's only like a 1 or 2% power increase. But hey, it's better than nothing. There's one of those cosmetics in a game where I actually don't mind that it gives a little bit of power as well. Just because the amount of extra power is so small. But sometimes it can make a difference, especially when it's magic value. What team do I use to farm souls? Generally this late in the game, you don't really need to farm souls anymore. But running Ferris Raw with... do I still have the team set up? I think I do. This team right here. Oh no, I overrid it. No! I overrid it for when we did the one Shugro video. But it's Ferris Raw with... whatever that one legend is from that one kingdom. Gosh, what is it called from Underspire? There's some kind of Underspire troop that boosts based on souls that does damage to all enemies. I cannot remember his name off the top of my head. We'll probably hit him soon since we're upgrading every legend. But running Ferris Raw with him is really solid. With like a leprechaun or something. Ferris Raw gives you 150% more souls. The guy that boosts based on souls can one-shot a battle based on all the souls. And then leprechaun just gets you off the ground. But yeah, I used to keep that team saved on my Dash team, but I ended up overwriting it when we did the Broken Spire video. Because I was showing like 15 different teams for the video or something. So I had to overwrite my Dash team. The main reason I overwrote it is there used to be a weekly to go and get like a bunch of souls. But he actually got rid of that weekly a couple years ago. So I figured since it's been gone for a while, it's like, oh, I don't need that team there anymore. But yeah, generally when it comes to soul farming later in the game, you do it basically exclusively off of Vault event weekends. Vault event weekends alone, like the one we just had last weekend, is pretty much enough to sustain your souls once you get later enough in the game. In early game and mid game, you might still run out otherwise. But once you get a little bit deeper, yeah, just Vault events alone are pretty much enough to sustain infinite souls. Just because of the soul gnomes and everything. Yeah, generally speaking, the Ferris Raw 150% soul bonus with pretty much any other soul boost troop. Like one that can do damage to all enemies based on soul or anything else like that. Generally the way to go. Like 1 or 2 Ferris Raws and then just quick kill the enemy team while gaining max souls. However you want to go about doing it. But yeah, that's generally how you do it. And just quick kill explore with the team. Whatever you can one-shot with your AoE ability. You pulled your 15 Underspire Sentinel, another dupe. Oh no! Still 5 out of 6. I still have not gotten my 5th yet. We still have not seen our 5th one. Yeah, we're almost out of bronze. Oh no! We're not going to make it. There's no way we make it all the way. There's too many S's and too many T's to make it all the way. We're only like halfway through the alphabet and we only have 1/4 of them left. Well, we'll see how far we go. I'll keep like a few spears in case I need them later. I highly doubt we'll need them in like the immediate future, but you never know. Alright, let's go into another code. We haven't had one out in a while. There you guys go. Oh no, I only have one more code until we hit the 9th code. We're almost there. So close. But yeah, I don't think we're making it. I'm going to keep going until we have like 10 left. Just to make sure I have some spears in a pinch in case we need them for something. In case you drop an update out of nowhere where I need to go through like a dozen for some reason. Highly doubt it, but you never know. You're running Phylactery? Oh yeah, that's generally the way to do it as well. Does it get Phylactery with a Ferris Raw immediately down and you kind of just auto-win from there? Because that just immediately gives you max souls. And you just kill with like one other troop on your team and you're good to go. Oh, we got mail. Oh yeah, that early in the game you do have to go soul farming. That makes sense. Yeah, that low of a level you definitely still have to soul farm. Because that's when you're spending a lot of souls. Pretty much up to hero level 1000. You'll be spending a lot of souls. After that point you generally get more than you ever know what to do with though. But yeah, the first several hundred levels, first 1000 levels or so, you definitely use a ton of souls. As you're trying to get everything to like level 20 and stuff like that. Oh yeah, the 3 million soul weapons. Yeah, those burn a lot of souls as well. But yeah, the Ruby one's the only particularly good one. Ruby's the best, Stormbringer's the second best, Deathbringer's the worst. The one of the components for Deathbringer is available in Soulforge this week. I do advise at least getting the components even if you don't ever plan on making the weapon. Just to have it for later down the line. Because it takes like a year for those weapons to rotate. But yeah, one of the Deathbringer components is available this week that I highly advise getting. What else are we doing this stream? Probably finish out dailies. I also upgraded all the kingdoms in the game. We end up upgrading one of every color other than purple because obviously purple is for magic. But every color other than purple, we upgraded a kingdom. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to 30 star all of them. Some of them only went to like 29 star because I ran out of orbs. I mean, not orbs. I ran out of medals. I need to go do some Explore 12 grinding. There's actually 2 of them I wasn't able to get up. Glacial Peak and what was the other one? Glacial Peak and Blackhawk were the 2 I wasn't able to get up because I ran out of medals. So we got to do some Explore 12 grinding soon. Maybe not this stream necessarily. Oh, that's funny. I haven't actually maxed this thing out. I was like, wait, why is it not letting me? I haven't actually maxed this thing. Let me go get this upgraded real quick, I guess. Go throw an Ascension Orb on it. It's gonna feel weird throwing an Ascension Orb and then a, Oh, no. I need to do the level first. Wait. And then we can go do the other orb. There we go. Hello, Magic! Welcome. Yeah, there we go. I was wondering why it wouldn't let me for a second. It's like, have I hit the orb limit per day? You've used so many orbs you're not allowed to use anymore today. Oh wait, I've never bothered maxing out Queen Zachi? I am very surprised I've never maxed Queen Zachi. Well, now's the time. Let's go get her all the way max. There we go. 6 extra magic. How have I not done this yet? I show her in so many weekly videos for Cheap Team. Having 6 magic on her is so good, especially in early game, where 6 magic matters a lot more. No, 6 magic is always good, though, for something that hits all enemies. That will never not be good. Stats could be in, like, the hundreds of hundreds, and that would still be viable. Less viable, but still viable. Yeah, we're not going to make it. No. Can we at least get past the S wall? Oh, Shadow Dragon. Okay, Outer Tradition. This was the first legend we ever got. We got to go max it. I can't not max this thing. The first 2 legends we ever got were Shadow Dragon and Shadow Dragon when we first started the game. It's not worth maxing, but we got to do it out of principle. There we go. All gains is some durability, but there we go. Alright, wait, I've never gold medaled Shugra? Even though it's fully shiny, I haven't gold medaled it. Go figure. Really? I'm surprised I didn't do this when it was the shiny week the other month. How did I not do this? No, we'll do it now. But yeah, I guess like 6 extra attack and something else. Yeah, you get 666, 6 attack, 6 armor, 6 HP. And it uses all those stats pretty well because it doesn't use magic at all. So it gaining no magic doesn't matter because it doesn't even use magic to begin with. But yeah, how did I not already do that? I am so surprised that I didn't do that the other week when, you know, we were using it and got level 3 shiny on it. I didn't even realize the entire time we didn't bother gold medaling it. Not like it would have made too big of a difference, but it definitely would have helped. Also, speaking of things I'm surprised aren't maxed, Cirquent and Hadley I haven't maxed? Really surprised on that one. Let's go do it. Shugra blue and not red. Yeah, the shininess from the token is the first and only shiny mythic in the game. I mean, sorry, shiny legend I made. They started rolling those out with the new Guild War system. We haven't gotten a second one yet because they had to fix some things with the Guild War system. So the next Guild War is until sometime next month. Like, I think the 23rd it was. Like, pretty much a month from today. But, yeah, they are slowly rolling out shiny legends to the game. Their first one was Shugra. I believe the second one's going to be Artima, which is a really dodge-heavy, skull-resistant legendary centaur troop. It's generally not that viable, but it will at least make it slightly more viable. Same as Shugra. Like, it being max shiny doesn't make or break the troop, but, you know, it made it a little bit more viable than it otherwise would have been. But there are still so many legends that even without it are stronger than it. What does shiny do? It changes their visual, but more importantly, it does 3 things. The first level of shininess gives them 1 lower mana cost. The second level improves their ability in some way. It changes based on what the troop is. Normally, if it does something, it just does 1 extra something of that something. And then the third benefit that it gets is another lower mana cost. So something being max shiny, like shiny level 3, ends up making it be at a 2 lower mana cost. So instead of 14, it's 12. And it improves the ability in some way. So for example, Shugra normally creates 7 red gems and then converts all skulls to red gems, or a red skull. But now it does 8, so 1 more extra skull. So between all the shiny levels, it gained 1 lower mana cost, then 1 extra red gem spawn for the skull, and then 1 lower mana cost again, for a total of 2 lower mana cost and 1 extra gem spawn. It's not like a huge benefit. It affects others more than, some more than others. Like, this definitely didn't make Shugra that much more viable. But there definitely are troops that are probably going to come in the future where the difference of that benefit will probably be huge on them. But we'll have to wait and see because it's the only one in the game as far as shiny legends, so we don't really know exactly everything that we're going to be putting it on in the future. How do you get them to be shiny? They come in through guild events. Is the main way they end up getting them. And the next guild event, I believe, is March 23rd for the next Guild War. Alright, we were able to make it out of S. And that's, I think, as far as we're going to get. Let's see, how many were we not able to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Gosh, there's so many thes. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. We're still in the 38, 39. 40, there we go, finally done with those. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, Why are you scrolling down? 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. I haven't done Vinoxia. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. There are 66 more bronze medals I need, basically. Wow, that's actually still a lot. That's actually more than I thought it would be. But yeah, 66 more bronze little medal thingies we need to go maximal. That is a good handful of them. Alright, anyways, let's go do other things now. I think that's all the upgrading we get to do today. That's a lot of upgrading. Alright, what else do we still have? Dungeon we did. Under Spiral I'll just do later this weekend. Probably do that like Saturday, Sunday night or something. Off stream probably. Collect all that. Get those. Boom, boom, boom. Grab that. Another damage medal if we want. Okay, let's go to PvP I guess real quick and end on that. I believe we have to do the 3 central ones and then that's it actually because we don't have to do one of the outer ones this week. Or this day, I mean. Alright, let's go get our magic bonus. And then we'll go clear out all of the inner ring or middle ring. Oh yeah, no problem, Ultra. If you have any other questions, let us know. Pet Rescue daily. Pet Rescue is pretty bad because it's the 24-hour locked one. We already maxed it out ages ago. But I think PvP is the last daily. Not counting running Under Spire. But normally I save that all the way till the end of the weekend. I normally just do it all on either Saturday or Sunday night. Most weeks these days. Alright, let me go hand out the final 9th code. Though we might hand out an extra 10th code. But there's the 9th code for the 9-year anniversary of the channel. Right, there you guys go. I might hand out a 10th though because we did guess the door today. And even though we got top 3 perfect, guess the door did guess correctly where the extra buff was. Which was kind of funny. Even though it didn't matter at all. So we'll probably hand out a 10th one in a little bit. For the guess the door being correct earlier this stream. Because we did get perfect dungeon. I mean Under Spire. Whatever, yeah, dungeon. I was right the first time. But it was dungeon without, it was perfect without needing to guess the door. It was actually top 3. It's also our 4th perfect this week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today were all perfect dungeon. Which is definitely the most I ever got in 1 week. Plus I make it perfect tomorrow, which would be 5 in 1 week, which is actually insane. Because on average you get one like once every week or 2. And this is definitely the highest we've ever gotten in 1 week at 4. With potentially 5 if we get it tomorrow. The only 2 days I didn't get it were Monday and Tuesday. Also, thank you so much for the $10 tip. Why is it not showing the name? I see the M, but I can't tell based on the profile icon. Oh, sorry, Magix. Thank you so much. That's weird. Why isn't that showing it there? But you guys can see this too. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's only showing M. It's like cutting it off. But thank you so much, Magix. Greatly appreciated. Yep, we've been going for 9 years. We'll go for another 9. We'll keep going as long as they keep the servers up, keep regular content. Don't try to be too money grabby. Because I've been getting a little bit more money hungry lately. I don't mind it for a lot of the passes, but they've been doing a couple other things that's been like slightly poking at it. Because they have been, the most recent one of course is Guild Wars now. Because every Guild Wars, they basically want like an extra $5. Every time they do Kingdom rework, it's like, hey, $7. Every single season, it's like, hey, $10. Every single PvP season, which actually the one I'm not doing because it's just too much. They want like $15 for it now for every single PvP season from this upgrade pass thing. I don't want to click it because I believe it brings up the menu thingy. But it's like $15. But some of them are just a little bit too much, like that one. Just pushing it slightly. I don't mind doing a couple of them to help out the game and support it and everything, though. I do get a little bit too far with a couple of them, though. What's the best item right now in the Soulforge? I would say probably getting the Duskbringer weapon. The main reason for this is just to eventually have it for future crafting. It's definitely not the strongest weapon, but it's the one that helps future-proof you the most. As far as strongest overall, I go into every Monday video as well, but I can go over it real quick right now as well. But whatever the Duskbringer weapon is probably the one I would go for. However, as far as most useful one, if you just wanted something to immediately be useful, and you just want to pick up the weapon later down the line, let me see. So Blade of Nefertani is what you need for Duskbringer down the line. The only reason you would get it is so you don't have to craft it later for when you eventually go for Duskbringer. But as far as overall viability, the two strongest weapons are Doomed Corsac, which creates 1 billion blue gems if you're using a pure blue team, especially if you're a pure blue team up against a pure blue team. There are a few situations where it's really good, Disunderspired Week being one of them. But there are some times where you bring it out when your enemy is forced to be pure blue or just happens to be pure blue, where you would end up running this weapon. It's very situational, but if your whole team is pure blue and your whole enemy team is pure blue, it's really, really, really strong. Just this weapon alone, not even counting anything else on your team, can just solo an entire battle. Beyond that, I would say the exploding weapon of Flail Guard is the other one that's really good. It's really good in early game. When you get this weapon fully maxed as Barrier and Blessed to Self, while having Resummon and a bunch of mana accumulation. It is really, really, really solid. Unfortunately, the Sword's Edge Summon isn't the greatest, but it's among one of the tankiest exploding weapons in the game, having both Bless and Barrier per cast, while having Resummon, while having mana accumulation, which makes it even easier to go recast it again. It's really, really, really tanky. So tanky you normally don't even need to run it with a tank hero class, but you normally do just to make it even tankier. But really good second slot option. And it basically just keeps resummoning your team over and over again. The other angle for it is running with a stealthy hero class. Like on a hero class that gets stealthy by level 40. And then make it so you can never be targeted. Which I believe this is one of them. Like Sorcerer, for example. Though Sorcerer's pretty bad. But I believe it has the option to get stealthy. There's a couple of them. Thief's a pretty good example of one. But you can get stealthy by level 40 on some hero classes. And having a weapon like this that is both Blessed, Barriered, and resummoning in second slot or third slot over and over again is really strong. It's not offensively good, but it's really defensively good. Like, you're almost never going to die unless they, like, curse stun you or something. As you'll just always be able to go and get durability back, resummon and everything. It's really strong. But, yeah, I would say this is the main one. Like, if you're looking for, like, a really early game weapon that would help you the most right now. That would probably be the one. The Flail that's in Soulforge right now. The Flail of Guard. Also, hello, Rob! Welcome, welcome. And it can summon things you don't have as well. It can summon Legends and Mythics that you don't even own. Unfortunately, it's Sword's Edge Legends and Mythics. But it's mostly the Barrier Bless that's really good on it. Alright, let's go finish up PvP. Where were we? Quick battle. Take out the Takshaka team. Hey, oh yeah, never mind. That's guaranteed. I really hope that's not a bug and is actually a feature. Have they confirmed that yet, by the way? I feel like I ask this almost every stream, but I haven't actually double checked. Because I don't recall them confirming it anywheres. But I really, really hope that's a permanent feature that they're never removing. The fact that Valhawks guarantee spawn for the first 3 battles of every day is one of the best quality of lives they've added in years. Like, that's the stuff they got to do to daily so it doesn't take so long. That's a step in a good direction for it, if that's actually intended. They just got to do that for the rest of the game so the dailies don't take as long. But it definitely helped PvP dailies so much. Like, on average per day, it saves about 10 to 15 minutes. Because you can never get RNG'd by them anymore. It's guaranteed for the first battles you do until you have all 3. How do you get more Celestial Trait Stones? Generally just doing a bunch of Explore is the best way to get it. It's one of those resources similar to Souls in early game, where they're really, really hard to get early on. But once you start getting a slight surplus of them, you basically have infinite. But yeah, just doing a lot of high-level Explore, or whatever the highest level you can do. And always make sure you buy the 50 gem offer every Sunday. Every Sunday you can get a Celestial, a bunch of diamonds, and a few other loot for 50 gems. And it's really, really good value. It's technically worth doing every day, but Sunday in particular, it has a Celestial Trait Stone in it, as well as pure diamonds, which is by far the best day to do it, under the dungeon offer. It's worth doing every day, but Sunday is the best value for it. And you get a Celestial in every Sunday as well. By level of Explorer, ideally 12, if you can do it. But if you can't do 12, whatever the highest level you can realistically do 100% win rate on. If that's like Explorer 4, Explorer 5, whatever it happens to be. But Explorer 12 is multiple Celestials per hour. I forget the exact number. It's like a high single-digit number, though. Whereas Explorer 5 is probably like 1 or 2 an hour. Alright, we already did all 5 battles. What am I doing? Alright, let's move on to purple. This one is double stats, so it's a little bit scarier. It should be fine though. He does have Grey King, but as long as it doesn't cast on purple, we shouldn't really need to worry about it much. Because he'll silence our entire team if he does that. Normally the AI is not smart enough to do that. Though today will be the day it actually realizes what to target. Though even if it doesn't, it'd still be annoying because it would automatically guarantee hit both Wand and Stellarix, since they use every color. So regardless what color it picks, even if it's not purple, it would still hit the core of our team every time. Did you miss the resource spinning? Hello, Bear Razor! Yeah, we actually just finished it. We end up upgrading 5 kingdoms to all the deed books we could do on them, as well as using every last bronze glory orb we had pretty much, other than like a few, just to have in case a random mythic comes around at some point. But yeah, we spent about an hour spending them all. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We spent basically 3 years worth of resources between the deed books and the orbs and everything. Oh yeah, that reminds me, we never did go for the gem keys yet. Let me go do that. I said I wanted to open up gem keys until we get at least 1 mythic just to see what it would be, just for the fun of it. We'll do that after we do 2 more battles here, and then we'll finish off the 5 other PvP battles then. And you know what? We'll hand out a redeem code, the final redeem code, technically the 10th redeem code, because we handed out a 10th for getting perfect dungeon. But, yeah, we'll do the 10th, even though we were originally going to do 9. We'll hand out an extra one. But yeah, I'll hand it out once we get the mythic in a moment. We'll finish out this battle. Go open up gem keys until we get a mythic just to see which one we get. But that'd be funny if we get like a 5 mythic drop. I have never gotten more than 2 mythics at once. So if we ever get a 3 or more, that would be the most we ever gotten. I don't think we ever pulled a triple yet. I don't believe we have. I might have once. I can't remember. It's been so long. I know for sure I've never pulled 4 or more, though. There might have been once or twice where we pulled a triple. I can't recall ever doing more than a double, though. Oh, too bad we don't have enough for another deed book. Yeah, we're only going to scrap together like 40-ish. Which is still a lot, but not enough to get a deed book. Alright, let's go open keys until we get 1 single mythic. Alright, no mythic. Ooh, Queen Titania, nice. No mythic. Oh, Tesla, nice. No mythic. Sir Quinn Hadley, nice. We're getting a good legend every time, though. No good legend here, boo. Kraken used to be the meta back in the day, though. When Kraken first came out, double Kraken teams were so commonly used. I believe its Devour rate used to be a lot higher. Also, the amount of damage I did to all enemies was actually meta at one point. It was like extra turn spamming with it. I could have sworn this thing used to have like a 40-50% Devour rate, though. Pretty sure I nerfed it down a little. Oh, where's my mythic? We're getting scammed. There it is. Hey, Ellen McGrim. That's an interesting one. I don't think I need more copies, though. He does have an interesting attack reducing thing if you don't have 4 of him yet. Let's see. Or technically 3. We never use 4. But, let's see. How many do I have? Oh, I added a Y. Oh, no. I have 5. Boo. We got to repeat. I already have 4 of them. Unfortunate. All right, let's go hand out the code. All right, the final code now. We handed out 9. There's the 10 for perfect dungeon from earlier. Since everyone did get the guess the door correctly. Oddly enough, we already had a perfect before the guess the door. But even the guess the door was correct afterwards for the power room. Alright, let me go grab the team from here. Actually, that's not the team I want. Give me the team from here, and then I'll just replace out Thrall for Bogstrider. From here. Give me this team. Thank you. And then we just replace out Thrall for Bogstrider. I'm never good about changing the banner. But I will put a Bogstrider there. Otherwise, there we go. Oops, I almost just shared a Team 2 global chat. The only thing that saved me was the fact that it's not a valid team. There we go. Nice, nice. I don't think we can change anything there. +2 purple, +1 green banner would be pretty nice here, though. Definitely not needed. would like to cast at some point. All right, 4 battles to go. And then we'll probably call it there. So if anyone still has any other questions, anything you want me to go over, let me know. Otherwise, we'll probably be back on Monday, hopefully with the April calendar. Next time we're around, we should be going over everything. Or sorry, not April calendar. I mean May calendar. But yeah, next stream, we should be going over May calendar. Same as the weekly video, assuming it's out by then. That's probably the biggest thing happening next week in game. Not necessarily in game, but you know, in the near future. I don't know all the big events for May. The biggest one is the return of Guild War again, for what feels like the 4th time now. Stellarix over Flower Dragon? Yes, I do for PvP. Generally for PvP, Stellarix and Takshaka are better than Flower Dragon plus Kafru. It's just a lot safer to run with Stellarix and Takshaka. Because they can make more of a comeback compared to Pharaoh and Flower Dragon. But yes, I've still been running Stellarix for everywhere in PvP. And Takshaka as well. Takshaka is definitely more important than running Stellarix though. Like, you still get away with Flower Dragon with Takshakas. But you generally don't want to run Pharaoh in PvP. Also, thank you for the continued support, George. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, but no problem for all the codes. Yeah, that's one of the things. Stellarix has tankiness against everything. One big issue with Flower Dragon is if you are up against Skull Spam, they can kind of obliterate it. And normally when you're using a Flower Dragon team, it's in like 2nd slot or something. And if they get lucky enough with Skull Spam, they could really tear apart Flower Dragon pretty quickly. Like, Flower Dragon's basically made of paper compared to Stellarix. Like, Stellarix doesn't have a lot of tankiness, but compared to Flower Dragon, it does. So thank you as well, Rob, for the $5 as well. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Yeah, thank you everyone for the continued support. It means so, so much. But yeah, we'll keep going. I don't plan to ever stop. As long as they keep the servers up and still keep making content for the game, we'll be around. At least once a week every Monday, and sometimes more. Cover the weekly video, Monday night stream, all that good stuff. And of course Friday Mythics and whatever else we cover in the future. I kind of wanted to cover some guide videos again in the near future. Because I was looking at some of my old guides and I kind of realized that my average guide is like 7 years out of date. It's been actually that long since we updated some of the guides. Also, thank you so much, Chad, for the $10 as well. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But we've been covering the game for so long that we actually have guides that can be like 7 or 8 years out of date. It's kind of crazy. Like the last time since I've covered like some specific topics. But there we go. That is everything. That is all of the things. But anyways, guys, once again, thank you so much for all the continued support. And yeah, we'll keep going as we always have. And keep going from there. Next stream will probably, at least Gems of War related, will probably be this Monday. I do want to finish that Dragon game that we started today at some point, probably this weekend. And as far as Gems of War, yeah, probably next Monday. We'll go and cover the May calendar, as well as, what was the other thing? Yeah, May calendar and, you know, all the weekly stuff. Actually, do we already know what the weekly event is for? I think we do. Oh gosh, flashbanged. Let me double check. I had the calendar open earlier. Yeah, it's a Nexus event. It says Guild Wars, but I'm pretty sure it's not Guild Wars. Is it Guild Wars? Wait, no, there's no way it is. I believe they last said Guild Wars is like May 23rd. It's like the third, no, May 21st. I believe was when Guild Wars is. So like a month from now. Yeah, I could have sworn May 21st, so I don't think this is accurate. It says Guild War next week, but I'm like 80-90% sure it's not Guild War next week. Nexus is probably correct. Like all this Nexus stuff I believe is happening, like Invasion Event, Nexus. But I don't believe it's Guild War next week. I think they end up delaying it till the 21st or something. Like it's like late May, not beginning of May. So this is technically incorrect, but the updated calendar for next month will have that updated. Well, we'll have to wait till next week, and then we'll go over it then. Oh yeah, also don't forget, I know it's not much, but the free reward for the Easter event is tomorrow, by the way. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will forget it because it's in the absolute middle of nowhere. It's only like 25 gems, but hey, it's a free tribute. But yeah, make sure to claim that tomorrow, because it's kind of hidden like a menu right over here. And it's on a really weird day. It's tomorrow for some reason, in the middle of nowhere. But you can claim that in like 5 hours and 12 minutes, and it will last for that full 24-hour duration. It's basically a free extra tribute there. 25 gems and a few other loots, or whatever they end up doing this year if they do something different. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you so much for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciated. And I will catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.